welcome to the Hairdresser Strong Show. I'm your host, Robert Hughes, and today I'm back with Jennifer George, CEO and founder of Envy. And we're going to dive deeper into how findyourenvy.com is trying to help you, the listener and beauty professional, grow your business. Jennifer, would you introduce yourself for those who did not see the previous episode?
Yeah, first, thank you so much for having me, Robert. I'm excited to be here. My name is Jennifer George. As Robert mentioned, I'm the founder of Envy, and we are a visual marketplace for local beauty services. We just launched this past year. And essentially our mission it's really to help consumers, which helps you as the beauty professional. We want to help consumers find their services and discover beauty providers in a whole new way. Our platform, I liken it to Etsy. Instead of allowing unique creators to post and list their products, we help you as the beauty provider to list your services in a very visual way. Our platform is comprised of images that allows the consumer to find the exact look they want. And while it's super fun to search visually, what truly makes us unique is we focus on the individual that did the work as opposed to the salon. We care about building up the salons, but we all know it's not just about where you go, it's who you go to. And that's our goal at Envy, to allow beauty providers to list their services visually and give them access to an e-commerce like platform to help grow, much like so many other industries are doing for their community.
Nice, awesome. I I like Etsy, but I also like Etsy and the concept of independent, like, and smaller artists selling their stuff. I'd also like, it kind of felt like Instagram and LinkedIn kind of teamed up together specifically
Totally.
so customers can find their services through
Yep.
pictures. Now, 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 what we're talking about today is how is this going to help the beauty professional, and other than the obvious of I can post my pictures on the website, I can click all the categories that I specialize in, or the type of work I do. You know, I'm not really big on doing updos, so I would not click that, but I can click cutting, balayage,
Yeah.
bangs, etc., which I like that. That's pretty cool. And then there's also a way where your customer can save the image and save it for later, and when they're ready to make that decision. And then there's a book now button. I think that we should start there.
Yeah.
Is that
Let's
good?
talk about it.
Okay.
So, I think going back to your Instagram example, we've all been there, right? We see something absolutely gorgeous on Instagram and you're just like, gosh, that is the exact look that I want. How do I get it? You go down this rabbit hole of it having been reposted. You can't get to the exact person. And if you finally do, it is in a state that is on the other side of the country and you can't get it. So first and foremost, everything is location relevant so that we can drive local clients to you. The other thing, going to your point, is every image has a book button. So you as the beauty provider get to customize that button. We allow you to include a booking link for any platform that you use, so we can get that client directly to your booking preferences. Or we have a new feature that is called visual leads. As you know, Robert, sometimes people book the wrong service and the wrong time. And that can be difficult because your schedule is precious. That's how you make money. And if they see a picture of something, you probably want to make sure that you've had a conversation to make sure they can get that look. Sometimes it's not possible. Other times, maybe it's going to take a little less effort, a little more effort. So what we've enabled is the ability for that client, and you can select this option on your booking preferences. That client can send you the picture along with all of their information so that you now have everything you need for this new lead, and you can contact them directly and start the consultation process to figure out how are we going to get that desired look for them.
Nice. So for all you independents out there, basically almost every one of you I talk to, you don't really like the idea of people being able to book online. And some people who do like booking online, then you can connect the book now button
Yep.
to the ability
To a
to book
booking
online.
preference.
But if you don't like that and you want to have a pre-consult beforehand, not only are you able to set it up that way, but you also get the picture that the customer
Yep.
liked as a conversation starter. Is
Yep.
that
And it's free. This doesn't cost anything.
yeah? Okay,
The
cool.
only thing it costs you is your time to get your content up there. So it's pretty much risk free.
Okay, so actually, speaking on what it costs, so it doesn't cost any money, and the time to set the appointment, set it up, and then what about like maintaining it? If some is there ever a time where I need to like check pull up the app or log in to see if anybody's contacted me, or is that going to come directly to my email or my phone? What
You
is
get to choose. So if anyone's reaching out to you, it's via text, email to receive those leads, or your booking link.
okay?
With that, then there will be new interactions if customers list you as their preferred provider, which you want. You want your customers listing you on Envy as a preferred provider, because then if any of their friends see that they go to you, the intent is that they're going to see them and say, "Oh my God, your hair looks amazing. Oh, you go to that Robert individual at this salon. I need to book an appointment with him." So we're hoping to start creating that network effect for you. This is, again, it's free. And then down the road, we'll start launching features that you will have to pay for, that are in addition to what the existing platform already offers. And those will be things that help you manage your business, grow your business even more. But it's important to us to be accessible. And that's why we believe in a freemium model.
Cool. So right now, if I go in, I can set up my profile, and it's a little set it and forget it. It sounds like,
Yes.
yeah,
We
which I love
recommend
that.
starting with a minimum of 10 pictures.
Okay.
You want content up there that people can search through. And then, as I mentioned, little things like inviting your customers, inviting your existing clients to share your work, inviting them to list you as this preferred provider, and then just offering this as a visual portfolio. What makes us so unique is, yes, you can show people your Instagram, but let's face it, there's so much distraction on Instagram. When you send someone your portfolio, which by the way is just a link, they don't need to download an app and go through all these hoops. They just open it up on their web browser. They can search specifically in your portfolio. Maybe they just want to see the bangs you do, Robert. Maybe they just want to see your balayage. Maybe they want to see if you're a lash artist, lash tints. They can get to exactly what they want of your content. So we're making your content more accessible.
Cool. And then you mentioned the preferred thing. So the preferred is where my customer or someone who came to me, they list me as their preferred person.
Provider.
And
Yep.
the benefit of that is
So let's say that we're going to give you the option to invite all of your clients when you build your profile. We're going to say, hey, you should list you should get your clients to list you as a preferred provider. When we send the invite to your clients, we say, hey, Robert has invited you to join Envy, support his work, and list him as a preferred provider. It puts your profile on their page so that when they are searching or showcasing, or a friend of theirs connects with them, they see your work and can click and go through all of the things that you do. But this also allows us to push them content of yours. So now we can put in their discovery page work that you've done. Now we can email them reminders about the beautiful work that you've done when they're not in your chair, so that the next time they come in, maybe they're not asking for the normal, right? Or the usual. They're not just like, give me the trim. They're going to say, gosh, you did this last week and it was absolutely amazing. Do you think that I could have something similar? Now you get to start a conversation. So the preferred provider we're really excited about, because we feel like it's going to help build a stronger connection. And like I said, the other thing too is network effect. We want to start getting them to spread the word about what it is that you do.
Gotcha. And then there's another growth tool that you'd mentioned in the previous interview. You mentioned recommendation circles.
Yes.
You
So
want to tell
this
us
is
about
kind of similar to the preferred provider, except it's peer to peer, right? We know that the beauty community is really strong and supportive of one another. You guys also have like all the inside scoop as to, you know, who does good lashes, maybe your favorite makeup artist to work with. So we wanted to give the ability for you to list those people that make up your network. And it's just a little feature on your profile that allows you to add other providers that you recommend. And these don't have to be competing, right? It doesn't have to be, you know, another hairstylist. Maybe it's makeup artists and lash artists, brow specialists. It's up to you. But this is your network, and you're supporting their business by recommending them. Any client of yours that comes in and sees that can potentially be a lead for them. And hopefully the intent is that you will also be supported by others in the community. When their clients are looking at their profile, they're able to see you and explore your work more easily. And just, again, kind of bringing everyone together in that community sense.
So I imagine I would probably use like some of my coworkers, or like I know somebody who has like a travel wedding business, but also a lot of my customers, you know, we live in DC and it can be kind of transient, and also a large percentage of my customers they travel for work. So if they're like in New York and they could, you know, they ask me for recommendation, I could just say, you know, check out, you know, send them the link to my
Yep.
profile and say, you know, these are the people I recommend in New York City, because New York's, you know, no one wants to go if they're in Manhattan, they don't want to go to Williamsburg, but if they're going to
No.
be in Brooklyn, they don't want to go
Yep.
to Manhattan. So, all right, cool. I like that. That's cool.
And we
And
talked about that a little bit too. I mean, right now to complete that search would be doing a Google business listing search, probably. What hair salons are there? Finding people's usernames on Instagram can be brutal. It
yeah,
is like data mining, you know, because the person that works at XYZ salon might be, you know, Kelsey Loves Hair on Instagram. Well, how am I going to know that, you know?
right, right.
So that's kind of where we combine all of this. We do it all location based. It's all visual. So you get to see the pictures and you get to shop a little bit, you know, more easily. And like I said, get the look you want.
And I also and then the last piece that that you mentioned was SEO, and I think that you know, if you're a hairdresser that you're not, if you're running your own thing, or you got a salon and you haven't taken time to think about SEO,
Yeah.
which is search engine optimization, for anybody who's listening or watching that doesn't know. The power of that is, you know, a piece of data that you gave us in the previous interview was 4 out of 5 people are going through search engines to find their customers. So outside of the organic word of mouth, people are looking online and going through search engines. So tell us about like how that works to
Yeah.
help people put their results pushed higher. I mean,
Total.
I'm assuming that it's you know, if I'm connected to my salon, then it should help boost the salon's SEO as well. Is that right?
Everybody's.
Yeah. Okay.
Totally. So to give like a quick crash course in SEO, you know, websites are not dead. Okay. They still play a vital role in growing businesses. The problem with websites is they take a lot of maintenance. They take a lot of increasing your SEO and understanding this. And when you are an employee or if you are independent, you're busy, you are doing other things. So think of Envy as like your own personal website living within all these other websites, and we can do all of that work for you. Instagram does not translate to Google. Okay. It's a closed circuit. So all of your images stay there and they don't live anywhere else. 4 out of 5 consumers still go to a search engine. This is a stat we love, to find a local service provider. So what we've done is we've essentially enabled your free profile to translate really well to the web so that Google can pick this up. And when someone is searching for hair salons or hairstylist in their area, we want your name to come up. That helps your business. It helps bring them to Envy. So all of your images, all of your content, your business name, this is all uploaded on your profile and translates to search results. Now, to your point, Robert, this benefits twofold. If you're an independent, great. This is like your own personal website. We're going to help you come up. But if you're an employee, you most likely do not even have a web presence because the only thing coming up is your salon. Now, that doesn't help the owner of the salon because it's not promoting your work and they need you to, they want to get you more clients because it makes the salon more successful. And this doesn't help you and your personal brand that you're trying to build. So what we do is focus on building out your own individual profile, much like Instagram, but it also lives under the salon's Envy profile. And this way, everybody's benefiting. And when people are searching on Google, we can help raise your results to the top.
Gotcha. So ideally, we would put like a little social icon or like on our website where people can like check out the Envy or on my Instagram, maybe someone can, I don't know, would that help?
Yeah, we say link in bio, like, the tough thing with Instagram, like I said, is anything that lives on Instagram is not translating to Google. But for your website, yes, like putting links to your Envy profile. Again, it's so funny. When we were starting off, I lived in salons, and one of the first questions I would ask salon owners and independent providers is, when's the last time you updated your website? I would just get this glazed look because they would be like, I have not touched my website in 2 years. It's difficult. It's a lot of work. And that's why people use Instagram. It's easy, right? Yeah. And if for those of you, considering building a profile on Envy, our posting process, we made identical to Instagram because we want you to get as much content up there as possible because it's only helping build your personal brand more. So
that was actually my next question. So would it be more beneficial to me in terms of other than the obvious that the more pictures I have, the more likely a person is going to see my stuff, but like, yep. Is there a limit to how many pictures?
No, there's no limit. The other thing I was going to say too is, again, your Instagram, it's great. People can scroll through your feed, but you and I both know, like, after you see a lot of images, you can glaze over. Yeah. What is so unique about the way we categorize your images for you, and you'll see this when you post, we ask you really simple, like, is this hair, nails, lashes, brows? Whichever it is, we just prompt you, like, tell us, is this balayage, blonde? It takes less than 10 seconds and you can get up to 20 categories listed on there. When your clients come to your page, the more that they see, that's great because they can search it specifically. I showed you an example before. We looked at a girl and just checked out all the bangs she's done. Boom, it eliminated, to just 3 images that she'd done recently of bangs. I very quickly get to see, okay, those are the bangs I want. Those are the ones I don't want. So it's really like cataloging. I oftentimes wish that my camera roll on my phone could be like that, because how many times are you looking through and you're searching for something?
Yeah, always. Yeah.
We're doing that for you, and this is your body of work. I mean, this is your life's work. So it should be easy to search and specific. And that's what we've enabled it to do.
Cool. So just to recap here, I got the primary ways and the primary tools and functions that are going to help a beauty professional like build their book of business is that one, the big one, I think, I mean, honestly, I think the SEO thing, saying that, I think that's pretty big. And so, so other than that, other than like helping drive traffic in general in your direction on the internet through Google search engines, which is massive.
Yeah.
Once people find themselves on the findyourenvy.com, then they're able to look for you, book, and click the book now, which can either take the person to my booking site or send me a message to reach out to them with the picture already there as a starting point for the conversation. And you can also build a network of other stylists and artists,
Yep.
nail techs, whatever, beauty professionals, and and that just benefits the customer, as well as, like you said, creating a network effect. The more people that are recommending me, the more likely I'm gonna get customers. And then the
Exactly.
ability for a customer to have a profile and select me as their preferred, which will help with the word of mouth traffic as
Yep.
well.
We're just trying to bring it all digital because that's the easiest way for it to grow more and more quickly. So yeah, you nailed it.
Okay, and I got a question. What type of marketing do you do to drive people onto the site? And because I'm sure that someone's got that question.
We get that question a lot, actually. So we have done it all. We have tested nationwide ad campaigns. I'm going to tell you that if you look up some of the biggest platforms that have grown, I believe that these network tools are our number one, as well as SEO. And that's why we want to win at those, because it drives you the most traffic. Paying for customers doesn't always bring the best customer. What we're experiencing right now is then when a hairstylist invites their clientele, for us to then suggest, we never suggest competing categories. We want to get that person who has a hairstylist, we want to get them a nail artist and a lash artist. So that has been the most successful for us. But we predominantly focus in email marketing and social media marketing. However, none of it compares to a lot of the things that we've built into these automations, which is helping, as I mentioned, you to share with your network, which then shares with that network. That's how some of the biggest platforms have grown, and I'm already seeing it's kind of how we're growing. So
Nice, awesome. And how long have you been up and running?
So we just launched, pretty much our soft launch was a year ago, and it wasn't until this summer that we heavily started going after providers and inviting them to come on. And I'm so excited to say that since then we onboard thousands of providers a month. We have grown so quickly. And one of the most exciting things is that because we've been growing, we completely rebuilt our platform, which is launching this evening. And it's going to be a whole new experience that essentially likens, as I mentioned, searching for services, but in a similar way that you would shop and experience products on an e-commerce platform, and just making it more friendly for consumers. The more friendly we can make it for consumers, the more business that's going to bring providers.
Cool. All right. Awesome. Well, I will say, anybody listening or watching, when I looked, I was looking in DC and for providers, and I did see quite a few pictures on there, and I was clicking through, and I didn't see any repeats. So that's a positive. It also means that well, basically, like, getting in earlier, you're going to get more exposure to anything that
100%.
comes on the platform. Yeah.
So we're
All right.
in just a few short months, we're in every major city. But I always say this to somebody who's new in an area: being the first think of being the first on Instagram. You have that much more time to build up your following. Do it. Get on there, build it up. You'll definitely
Yeah.
reap the benefits.
Well, I mean, everybody that, all the people that adopted Instagram early, they're like big time influencers,
Yes.
unless they're a celebrity. But like, I know I won't, but I can list off a handful of hairdressers who just like blew up because they adopted the technology early.
Totally. Yep. Don't be afraid.
Yeah.
Change is good.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm drawn into the SEO side of stuff big time. Like that's like for me, that's like so huge with
Yeah,
the added benefit of the leads. And then I just
totally.
imagine that as you grow, the leads would just increase. So
Yeah.
interesting. All right. Well, I think
Yeah.
I'm excited for you, and I think that this
Thank
is
you.
a really cool service, and it's about time someone builds something so people can find a hairdresser instead of a salon.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Well, thank you so much. Is there any last piece of information or anything that you'd like to say before we sign off?
Just visit us at findyourenvy.com. You can always message us on Instagram. We're at findyourenvy, and we'd love to hear from you. We always love for our providers to suggest categories and features, but we'd love to have you. It's absolutely free. We'll be rolling out our premium features in the coming months, but get on there, and we can't wait to showcase your work.
Awesome. And I'll put all the links and in below, and we'll even have a spot on the, because you're a guest on our show. Anybody who doesn't know, on our website at hairdresserstrong.com, if you click on episodes, you can look at all of our interviewees, and each one has a page, and you can click on any of the links, and it's a jump off point for you all to, for resources and stories and education, etc. So. Well, thank you again.
Thank
Thank you to
you.
everyone. This was Jennifer George, CEO and founder of Envy from findyourenvy.com, and hope to have you on again in the future.
Yeah, thank you so much.
All right, take care. Bye bye.
Bye.